Hello, Carl here with Sustainability Theory News. We're over at ecofarmingdaily.com, and they have a great article on how to reduce transplant shock on your farm. Now, even if you don't have a big farm, maybe it's a small garden, transplanting can be a very helpful tool. Especially if you have a winter climate, you can start plants indoors and help them grow under ideal conditions and then transplant them out when the risk of frost has passed. Now, there are several keys to a good transplant. One, you want to get the plant as healthy as possible before you put it outside. And two, you want to eliminate the stress that comes from transplant shock. Maybe there's too much sun and it's a little too hot, or maybe it's a little too cold. Maybe there's not enough moisture. That's probably one of the more common issues. Maybe you damage the roots when taking it out of the container. You could get specialty containers or 10 by 20 tray flats that are designed for easy removal. Now, you might get some shock, and it'll stop the plants from growing for a couple of days after transplant. Some plants, that's normal. Sometimes it'll just pick up where it left off indoors and start growing right away. And that's if you took care of it really well. Now, if you do have signs of a nutrient deficiency, and different nutrients have different signs, I would recommend a foliar feeding, which is basically you make some liquid fertilizer, put it in a sprayer, and spray the leaves. Make sure you test a couple of leaves first to make sure this concoction you brewed up doesn't burn the plants. But when you foliar feed plants, the nutrients can get uptaken almost immediately rather than going through the roots. It can take a couple of weeks sometimes. So foliar feeding is a good last resort. If you do have some signs of stress in your plants, make sure you keep them well watered and get them as healthy as possible before the transplant. Of course, there's more details, including this helpful chart, which talks about different additives you could put in the soil. Root growth hormones help the roots grow. Kelp and kelp extracts are great. Willow bark extracts are great as well. Micronutrients and macronutrients. Micronutrients are basically everything except nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. You do need those three macronutrients, but the micronutrients are very important as well. And biostimulants just help grow cellular tissue. So you could get some of these at your local agricultural supply store, and it could help you. But sometimes you just need some good soil, some good sunlight, and good moisture. Of course, again, the link will be in the description. If you'd like to see more news headlines like this, subscribe to my channel. Have a great day.